The day, March 26, 2020. The time, 2:53 p.m. Eastern. And as the pandemic forced millions of Americans into a second straight week of working from home, journalist David Mack fired off a tweet. My boyfriend, he says, has been wearing sweats so much, he started calling normal pants hard pants. Fast forward to now, and while the pandemic continues to ravage much of the world, the rich world is opening back for business. Companies are preparing to bring their employees back to the office. The thing is, quite a few of those workers don't seem thrilled about dusting off their hard pants.
Well, as more companies put an end to remote working, experts predict there will be a wave of resignations once people have to come back.
A recent survey of 30,000 Americans found that 3 in 10 never want to return to the office again. Another poll found that 1 in 3 U.S. workers wouldn't want to work for an employer who requires them to be on site full time. And in much of Europe and Latin America, where vaccine rollout has been slower and bumpy, to say the least, the return to work conversation is still months away. Until recently, many big employers have been pretty understanding, with companies like Zillow, Facebook, Twitter allowing full-time employees to pretty much continue with remote work indefinitely. The dating app Bumble, you've heard of it, even went so far as to give all their employees a full paid week off last month to recover from pandemic burnout. But money talks. And with workplace activity in financial hubs like London and New York still 50% below normal level, Wall Street's impatience is starting to show. Take Morgan Stanley CEO Jim Gorman, who effectively told his New York City employees that they should expect to be back in their cubicles by September or else. As he put it, if you can go to a restaurant in New York City, you can come to the office, and we want you in the office. So it sure looks like we're heading for more than a few awkward HR meetings in the coming months. But there's a larger discussion to be had as well, given that so many people have relied on remote work for the past year to meet a variety of needs, like taking care of their kids or their parents. If employers are going to require that their workers return to the office, what should those workers expect in return? Then there are all of the essential workers who couldn't work from home during the pandemic and who, despite the 7 p.m. pandemic cheers, never got a pay bump. And the street vendors in places like Kolkata who didn't have the option to stop working because not working meant not eating. How does a new post-pandemic approach help them? Renowned organizational psychologist Adam Grant is the perfect person to talk about the future of work after the pandemic. His new book, Think Again, explores how individuals, groups, and institutions can rethink long-held mindsets and skill sets to adapt to our changing world.